Hi students, this video is to talk to you a little bit about how our class is organized on Canvas and give you some tips and tricks to help you succeed in navigating the class. So I'm going to share my screen. Later on in this welcome letter, there's some links that show you how to log into Canvas and how to get Canvas help. So I'm going to start with the assumption that you've succeeded in getting into Canvas. And the first thing you're going to see when you get into Canvas is what's called your dashboard, which will be an arrangement of all the classes you're registered in, and they'll sort of show up as what I sort of think of these as cards. And since I haven't published our course yet, I will have it published by Tuesday. I'm going to go down to my unpublished courses, and when you're ready to come into English 102, you're going to click on this card that says English 102. And when you come into English 102, the first thing you're going to see is our homepage. And on the homepage, I just have a bunch of links and documents that you might need repeatedly throughout the course, so that if you're ever looking for any of these things, you can always come back to our homepage to find them. For example, there'll be a link to this video if you need a refresher. There's a link to the modules section, which is where most of the work in our class is going to be done. There's a link to the 3 check-in assignments you have to do the first week of class. There's a link to the syllabus, to the welcome letter. So those are all things, if you may want to return to them at some point in the class, and they're all there. There's also a link to a video about how to see my comments on your essays, on your graded essays. That video is called Viewing Annotations on Canvas. There's a guide to the grading codes I use when I grade your essays. That's a Microsoft Word document. There are 2 videos that show you how to set up your essay in MLA format, which we'll talk about a little later in the semester. How to set it up in MLA format in Microsoft Word or in Google Docs. There are guidelines for journal entries. There are questions to consider when reading a poem. Those are handouts you'll need repeatedly throughout the course. And a link to Britannica Academic, which is a great way to look up words or references you don't know. And then there's all my contact information, my email, the link to my office hours is right there on the home page. When my office hours are is there. And then down at the bottom, there's the number for 24/7 help with Canvas. The top number is the number on campus for help. The bottom number is the 24/7 helpline number for Canvas. So those are just some basic things you might need repeatedly throughout the course, and you can always get to them by just clicking on home over here on the left. And actually, anytime you open up our course, the homepage is what's going to open. But then to actually get to the work we're doing in our course, you're going to be going to modules over here on the left. And once you open up modules, the first week of class, you will see at the top of the modules section, it's taking a while to open on my computer. There it is. You'll see this video. So if you ever want to check out this video again, it's going to be there. And then there's also going to be a module that's our class syllabus. So there are several different ways you can access our syllabus in this class. You can always access it by clicking over here on the left where it says syllabus. And you will see, oh my gosh, this computer is so slow today. You will see it. You can also get a printable version of the syllabus if you like to print things out and, stick it up on your desk or whatever. You can do that here. But then also in the modules section, I broke up the syllabus into different pages so that if you just wanted to look at one particular part of the syllabus, you could. So for example, if you go to this little triangle to the left of our class syllabus and you click on it, you'll see there's our whole syllabus broken down into different pages. So if you just want to check on the late work policy, you can just click on this page and you'll get the late work policy. And you can read about that. And then if you want to close up the syllabus module again, you're going to just go back to that little triangle and click on it again, and it will fold up. So I'll have the course navigation video and the class syllabus module up at the top of the modules section for like the first month of class. I'm going to try again here. There it goes. And then I'll probably move them to the bottom. So if you're looking for them, they'll be at the bottom of the modules section. And then every week, when you log on to find out what we're doing in class that week, you'll see the dates, week of February 22nd to 27th for next week. And then there'll always be these two pages at the top. One says, what are we learning about this week in English 102? And I'll just tell you what our learning objectives are for the week. And then what are we doing this week? Partially because it tends to only show things that have a specific due date, and there are some things that are important for you to do that don't have a specific due date. So I always recommend to my students to make sure you're meeting all the requirements of the class. Your Bible for this class is, what are we doing this week in English 102? And I break down everything you need to do. And usually at the end here, I need to fix this for next week. I also give you my office hour links, the time of my office hours, and you know, any special reminders for that week at the end. So that'll be another place where you can find my office hour link and my office hour times and my email address. Or you can always just message me through the inbox too. One other thing that's really important for you to know, especially when you're just getting started, is that I've set up the modules so that you have to go through the modules in order, meaning kind of from top to bottom. So I'm going to put this on student view for a second. I don't know. This might not work, but I'm going to try it. Well, I'm actually not going to put it on student view right now. What I will say is that when you see the first week's module, you're going to see the top of it blacked out and ready to go, but everything else will be grayed out. You are not able to just jump to the first assignment and skip all the pages before, because if you do that, if you just jump to what the assignments are, you will miss a lot of important information about how to succeed on those assignments. So if you want to unlock all those grayed out pages, you have to open up all the pages before the grayed out pages. So if you are concerned that you're locked out of certain pages, it's just because you haven't done the ones that come before. I think that's it. That's basically how our class is going to work in Canvas. Make sure to read every single page. I've several times in this class had to return assignments ungraded to students because they hadn't read the instructions, and that just creates more work for you. So make sure you read through every page so you know exactly what needs to be done. I'm here to answer any questions. My office hours are over Zoom. I would love to meet you over Zoom and talk about the class. I look forward to a great semester with you.